Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Your presence means the world to me. Thank you for joining us today as we dive into January events. January 13, the Bergen City Council in Norway begins issuing stock for the Voss Line, with 400,000 Norwegian speciedaler NOK 1.6 million issued. January 27, the Bo'ness Junction rail crash in Falkirk, Scotland kills 16 people. In the upcoming section, we'll be shining a light on May events. May 1, construction begins on the Seattle and Walla Walla Railroad, the first railroad to be built in Seattle, Washington, United States. May 5, the Boston, Revere Beach and Lynn Railroad is chartered in Massachusetts. May 18, construction begins on the Denver, South Park and Pacific Railroad. Brace yourselves for the next chapter where we'll be dissecting June events. June 20, the Denver, South Park and Pacific Railroad, building from Denver, reaches Morrison, Colorado. June 25, the Budapest Cogwheel Railway opens for regular service. As we progress through this video, let's now turn our gaze towards July events. July, Hugh J. Jewett succeeds Peter H. Watson as president of the Erie Railroad. July 3, the first new trains on the Denver, South Park and Pacific Railroad operate between Denver and Morrison, Colorado. July 4, official opening of Eads Bridge combined road and rail steel arch over the Mississippi River at St. Louis, Missouri, designed by James B. Eads. It is the longest arch bridge in the world at this time, with an overall length of 6,442 feet 1,964 m, the first use of true steel as a primary structural material in a major bridge project, the first built using cantilever support methods exclusively, and the first major project to make use of pneumatic caissons. July 16, the West Somerset Railway is extended to Minehead by the Minehead Railway. July 28, the Sutherland and Caithness Railway is opened through to Wick and Thurso, completing the Highland Railway system to the far north of Scotland. Get ready for an exciting part as we dive into September events. September 10, Thorpe Rail accident near Norwich, Norfolk in England. 25 people are killed when a communication error causes a mail train and an express passenger train to meet in a head-on collision on a single line section. The accident leads directly to the adoption of automatic control systems to manage traffic on single-track railways. September 14, a franchise for the extension of the Spring and 6th Street Railroad to the Southern Pacific Railroad's Old River Station in Los Angeles, California, is approved. September 23, East Broad Top Narrow Gauge Railroad in Pennsylvania operates its first revenue trains. In the next segment, we'll be exploring October events and its implications for our subject matter. October 23, the first trains operate on the Monterey and Salinas Valley Railroad, making it the first narrow-gauge railroad to operate in California. October 26, Grand Trunk Railway converts all 546 miles of its track east of Montreal to Portland, Maine from 5/6 in 1676 Portland gauge to standard gauge. As we progress, let's zoom in on November events and examine its role in shaping our overall narrative. November 7, the Miami Valley Narrow Gauge Railway, the predecessor of the Miami Valley Railway, is incorporated. November 8, tracks of the Southern Pacific Railroad reach Bakersfield, California. Work begins on the route that would eventually become the Tehachapi Loop. As we enter this new phase, let's navigate the complexities of unknown date events and discover its practical applications. The Milwaukee and Mississippi Railroad, an early predecessor of the Milwaukee Road, changes its official name to Chicago, Milwaukee, and St. Paul. The William Mason and 066 Mason Boogie by William Mason Locomotive Builder is the first locomotive with Walschaerts valve gear built in the United States. Dr. Livingston Stone of the U.S. Fish Commission, which later becomes the United States Fish and Wildlife Service, chaperones a shipment of 35,000 shad fry to stock the Sacramento River in California in the first such delivery by rail aboard a fish car. Let's now zoom in on March deaths and uncover the hidden gems that lie within. March 27, Joseph Harrison, Jr., partner in the American steam locomotive manufacturing firm of Eastwick and Harrison B. 1810. As we venture forward, let's take a closer look at May deaths and its impact on our understanding. May 27, John Edgar Thompson, President of the Pennsylvania Railroad B. 1808. As we venture forward, let's take a closer look at June deaths and its impact on our understanding. June 20, John Ruggles, who was awarded for improved driving wheels B. 1789. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support and I'll see you in the next video.